never gonna let you down.
You know what? The tour has been, it's been really, it's been fantastic. No, but I'd say that because I've learned a lot on this tour. We've been in positions that I've never been in before, and we've had to work on our feet. Let me split this out. It's gonna annoy me. So you know, and that's all part of it. It's part of growing. I've really had to grow a lot on this tour, and just when you think like you've kind of not seen it all, but seen a lot and done a lot of different things, then you get another challenge or another thing to kind of try and nail, you know, and I like to nail it, and I'm such a perfectionist. I like it always to be as best as we possibly can. So I've learned a lot. We had some new people on this tour, a new guitarist, a new sound guy. So you know, there's all around. There's been like a growing togetherness. But all in all, it's been fantastic, and I've been thoroughly enjoyed touring with the Rockasama and some of the other bands like Royalty and Tidewater. It's super loud. You want to go in there? So we moved location. In case you wondered, it was too loud. We found a nice little spot with the some elephant god. And it's very peaceful. Yes, fantastic tour, really great. It's been a pleasure touring with the Rockasama, getting to know them and their music and the way that Bryce works on stage is it's very different to a lot of bands. He does a lot of looping. There's a lot of really interesting techniques he uses. So there's been a lot of learning, a lot of growing on this tour, and you know, I think the more tours I go on, the more I believe I'm prepared for anything. So now I fully believe I'm prepared for anything. We've had some sound issues on this tour, and we've tried to overcome them as best we can, and I think we can move on from here and only get stronger, you know. You know, covers I'm very, very particular about, and I only usually do covers, like old covers, like older songs. That's not completely true, but it's not. That's why it's not completely true. But I generally I generally don't do a lot of covers. And this tour we've done the most that we've ever done. We did like a cover medley at the end, and so yeah, who knows? Quite possibly. I think more so on the style front. Like, I enjoy the energy that his music brings to the stage, and it allows him to really jump around and have a lot of fun, and the crowd really get into it. So and I have some songs like that, but I have definitely more of a mellow vibe, I think. So I like the idea of just writing songs for the kind of live aspect, to play them live and to get the crowd like jumping around a bit more. So I really enjoyed watching him doing that. So I've definitely been inspired by that. We might have one up our sleeve that you guys won't see. I don't like it's not like me and the Rockasama go back a long way. Like, this is our first tour together. We've been just doing this for a month, so I don't want to piss anyone off. You know, I don't want to get on the wrong side of anyone too much. And you never know how anyone's gonna respond to a prank. So I just don't want to be that guy, you know, that ends up really fucking someone up. Excuse my language. By like thinking it's funny and then it goes wrong or something, you know. But we do have one up our sleeve. That I guess I could tell you, but yeah, because you won't even know. So we have smoke bombs, and we're gonna put a smoke bomb in there under their hood of their van. So as they come out, they think they're broken down on the last night of the tour. That's what we got. Oh, it's gonna be a good one, because you want to get them where it's like there's nothing threatening any kind of like, you know, too bad, but enough where it's like kind of, I don't know what they've got in store for us. Hopefully nothing. So. Okay. Well, there's always awkward moments with fans sometimes, you know. Every now and again, I'm not quite sure what to say, like, you know, but I've been in that position enough now where I know how to respond to the situation. So yes, there are many opportunities for awkward moments, but I feel like I can clean them up pretty quick. And sometimes just something will stump me and I just have no idea what to say. Like, if there's a fan that's just really kind of
Forward.
Yes, and sometimes strange, but I like that. Like, they come with their own character and their own personalities, and everyone's different, you know, so generally it's just a lot of fun. So there's always arguments between the band every now and again, but we're like brothers. We like know each other so well that like we can kind of fight like old married couples every now and again, and then, you know, we know it's fine. So yeah, absolutely. It's been kind of seamless. We've all gotten on really well, and we've got nice nicknames for each other. So yeah. So Braden, the new guitarist, he, the first time I auditioned him, I wanted him to come back next day and, you know, play some more songs, and he said he couldn't come back because he had an Abercrombie shoot. So I instantly called him Abercrombie. So he's now called Abercrombie. He pretends not to like it, but I think he loves it because the girls like him. And then Aaron, the sound guy, the first thing that his impression on the tour was he bought a whole bag of snacks from the 99-cent store, like a huge bag of like gummy worms and all sorts of snacks. Excuse me. So his name's Aaron, so I called him Sharon Snacks, and that kind of stuck, and we like that name. But then he's got a few, because then he wears this big purple T-shirt that's like a Fanta grape T-shirt. So then I call him Grape, and I like grape. That's nice. And then he wears a Stubbs T-shirt, so we call him Stubby. He's got a lot, basically. So, and Matt, the drummer, we call him Darkwind Duck. We call him all sorts of things. And Clinton we call Hollywood. So yeah, we have our little names for each other. I don't really have any nicknames, to be honest. I can't.
Lucky.
Tiny Tim. Don't ask me what my influences are. I hate that question. Please don't ask me. It's like, honestly, I just fucking die inside when someone asks me, what are your influences? Just because it's a fine question, completely legitimate question, nothing wrong. Yeah, it's just like, if you've come to interview me, then just, I don't know, Wikipedia it and, you know, have a look up what my influences are. And I just never know what to say, because I don't want to say the same thing over and over. I like questions like, what's your favorite dinosaur? And, you know, silly questions. That's
Really?
my favorite, because that's like fun. I talk about music all the time on tour. The whole tour's about music. Every interview is the same questions.
Yeah.
So to have questions that are a little bit different, like, I absolutely love. So anything. But then that's difficult, because you're like, oh, now I'm under pressure to ask a different question.
Yeah.
I'm terrible when it comes to that. Obviously it changes but I really got into Breaking Bad. I watched every one of that. I watched every Friday Night Lights. I watched 30 Rock is my hands down favorite TV show, I think, of all time. Alec Baldwin is just amazing, and Tina Fey is just so talented. But I've recently been getting into Parks and Recreation. I just watched all of the third, fourth, and fifth season, or second, third, and fourth, something like that. I just watched 3 seasons in a row. I need to go back to the beginning. I didn't watch the first. That is genius. What?
Yeah.
Of what?
Sorry.
You gotta give it more time. You've got to give it more time. You've got to like get to know the characters, and once you do, you want to continue just watching them over and over again, because they're so funny. Ron Swanson is the man.
All over the internet.
Oh my goodness, he is so funny, and I think he got better as it went along. I think from the 3rd season, I think the writing for his part just got so good. Like, every time he spoke, it was hilarious, you know. So it's a bit like he reminds me a little bit of the character, the lawyer in Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I can't remember the character name, but he has the best lines. It's just awesome. So yeah, so that's a few of my favorite shows. I have Netflix. I don't have TV. I have cable. I just watch everything on there, because we're always on the road. So it's nice to. That's like, it's nice to have little familiarities, and so to know that Netflix is always going to be on my laptop when I get back to the hotel, it's like it makes you feel a little more comfortable and at home wherever you are, because you know what's on there and what you're watching. It's weird things like that on tour like mean a lot, you know. There's obviously a lot more different kinds of ones. Netflix probably the most stupid one. This is Joe Brooks, and you're watching the Harmonic series.